Hi, my name is Norma Buchholz, and I'm the executive chef here at Brooks Winery. Today we're going to be going over the perfect pairing for March, which is seared tuna with some garlic snow peas, a little bit of avocado, and a sesame soy sauce just to go on the top of the fish. We're going to start with the actual sauce. It's going to be 2 limes that you're going to want to juice, and it's going to work really nicely if you kind of roll them a little bit. Helps get a majority of the juice out of your citrus when you do this beforehand. You're just going to take them, you're going to cut both limes, and then if you have a juicer, you can just put it inside here, or you can just squeeze it with your hands, either way. Now that you have the limes done, you're going to take equivalent to about 1/4 of a cup of just a little bit of cilantro. You can leave the stems on too. And you're just going to do a rough chop on the cilantro. Just like that. Then you're just going to add that into the lime juice. We have about 2.5 tablespoons of soy sauce here. I'm gonna add that in. We have about a tablespoon of sesame oil. Then we're gonna just take just a pinch of granulated sugar. Just add that right in there. You're gonna wanna take a microplane. This is gonna grate it a whole lot better. And we're going to grate 2 cloves of garlic. And you're gonna wanna take only about a teaspoon of ginger. And if you've never peeled ginger, you'll just wanna take your spoon and you'll wanna brush it. Just the part that you kind of wanna use. And again, we're only gonna need a teaspoon, so you don't need to do the whole thing. And then you're just gonna grate that. The last thing we're gonna add in here is going to be the serrano. On the recipe, I have about 1/2 of serrano used, if you like it a little bit more on the milder side. I prefer it for myself to have a little bit more heat. So when I make this at home, I use the whole chili inside there. And the seeds and everything, the more seeds, it's just gonna get a little bit hotter. So only do the amount of heat that you like. Put all of this in here. And then you're just gonna kind of stir it around a little bit. So here we have an 8-ounce piece of tuna, and you just really wanna season it really well with salt and pepper. Now, I just take a little bit of olive oil. The pan is extremely hot, probably just a tablespoon. And then you're just going to set that inside the pan and don't touch it. And we're gonna let it sear for about a minute per side, and then we're gonna take it off to rest. While this is cooking, we're gonna start the snow peas, and we're gonna take about 2 tablespoons of butter, and we're just gonna lightly get that melted in the pan. We are also gonna add about 1.5 teaspoons of minced garlic. All right, the tuna is ready to turn. There we go. We're just gonna let that cook 1 more minute. While the butter's melting here, we're gonna add just a little bit of salt inside of the pan. And then we have some blanched snow peas here that I've just cut the tops off of. And you're just gonna put these inside the pan as well. And you just want to heat them, so it's only going to take about 20 to 30 seconds to cook the snow peas. Now the tuna is done. You can kind of check the other side here. Nice sear. And you can also see the rareness on the sides, and that's exactly what you want. So I'm going to take this out, and we're just going to let it rest right on the cutting board. And we've got the peas going. Probably only another 5 seconds. All right, those are good. So before we start plating, we're going to take an avocado and we're just going to cut it in half. We're going to scoop it out with a spoon. Okay. And then you just want to lightly season it with a little bit of salt and pepper. And then we're going to just very gently slice it. Probably about 8 slices or so is good. Okay. And then we're going to take the tuna and we're also just going to cut that. And then you can see how beautiful and pink it is right there. Now, for plating, you're going to want to take your peas first. And because we didn't put a whole lot of butter in, there's not going to be a whole bunch of oil on here, and that is what you want. They smell so good. Then I take a little bit of the avocado and I'll kind of just fan it out here. Sorry. I'm gonna kind of put a little bit right there. And then we're gonna take the other piece of avocado. We'll kind of put it on this side. And then the tuna, we can take, let's go this way. We're gonna place it there, and then we're gonna take the other piece kind of like this. And then to finish it off, we're gonna start with the sauce that you made in the very beginning. And you'll wanna kind of grab the nice chunky bits of the ginger, garlic, chili, and cilantro. And you're gonna wanna just lightly drizzle that over the top. And there you have it, the perfect pairing for March. So the featured wine for this month is our 2018 Runaway Red. It's a Pinot Noir, very light, it's amazing. So now we're just gonna try it. Take a little bit of this, and we're gonna get, you wanna make sure you get the avocado in there too. And these snow peas. So good. Cheers. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm gonna have another bite. I'm gonna end up eating this whole thing, is what's gonna happen. Somebody stop me. This is the monthly pairing for March, and that's a whip. I'm gonna hold on to the table. I really gotta put put this one on the bloopers. I gotta stop drinking before I do these. No, I'm joking. Don't put that in there. Be like, yes!